Alright, well here we are back at the house. This is the bag I was carrying with me today on my hike. Let me turn off the radio first. Should have thought of that before I started, huh? So this is the bag I carried today with me. I weighed it when I got home, and it's at about 30 pounds. It feels a lot heavier than that to me, though. I don't know. I think my scale's broken. It said it was only 30 pounds. But anyway, this is a Camelback bag. Where's the tag on it? The Camelback BFM. BFM, I guess. It was sold originally as like a medical pack for the military. It was something I bought. I think I bought it in Kuwait when I was over there on a deployment. But I've had it for several years now. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's held up really well for me. I have had to replace a couple of the drawstrings for the zipper. But that's, to be expected, I guess. A lot of packs, the strings that come on it, like these little things, they get frayed and they come off. So I did have to replace a couple of them. Just put some 550 cord, paracord on that. Anyway, so that's what I was carrying today. And I wish I could zoom out further. This camera I'm using doesn't have a zoom function. But anyway, so see, in this little pocket here, I've got a Leatherman, and what kind is it? It is Leatherman Charge. Got that in there just for whatever reason. Leathermans always come in handy. So I don't actually keep it on my belt because it usually gets in the way when I'm wearing it. So this one, besides I have others anyway, this one I keep in that pocket. This pouch, there's nothing in it right now. Sometimes I'll put my sunglasses or just whatever little thing that I happen to think of at the time that I feel like sticking in there. So this side pouch right here, definitely showing its age. The zippers are kind of sticking. Probably help if I washed it. I don't think I've ever washed this bag. It's been in the desert. Here's a bag of parched corn that I made. I snack on periodically. Made that. I was going to make a video about making the parched corn when I made this, but I decided not to. I might do that later on. That stuff's turned out to be pretty good. Yeah, got a spoon. It's easier than pouring it into my hands. So that's in that pocket. What do we have in this pocket? One of the things I liked about this bag is that it had a lot of pockets on it. I like bags with pockets so I can stick little stuff here and there. There's some extra batteries. I picked those up today because my other camera batteries were dead. They're slip joint pliers. I use these once in a while when I'm out geocaching. If I need to wrench on something to get it loose or take something apart. So there's that. And it's got a pocket on this side, and it's got little elastic pockets over here. What do I have in here today? Some inner tube. Some pieces of inner tube. Makes Ranger bands. Just cut them up with some scissors, and you've got Ranger bands. Alright. This pocket, I've got paracord. And I have it braided up to keep it from getting tangled. I use, I can't remember what kind of, it's not really a braid, it's more of a knot, but it's like a self pulling knot. You can just undo the end of it and just pull it out, and it's untied. I forget exactly what it's called. It's got some kind of a name to it. But so I've got a bunch of paracord there, a bunch of cordage. Here's another baggie I stuck in there recently. I've got another spoon and some disposable chopsticks. I found out those can come in handy. Having some chopsticks on hand, you can use those for a multitude of things as well. Oh, let's see. In this pocket, I've got, yeah, it's a buck knife. This is a, you can see it. There it is, Buck Knives USA, a 185. This is marketed as a underwater survival, or just an underwater knife, diving knife, if you will. Oh, I'm gonna get this out with one hand without cutting myself. It's in there kind of tight, thankfully. It's a good thing. Yeah, there you go. It's got some little wrench sizes in there, like a seatbelt cutter or rope cutter, what have you. Little pry bars, and just a diving knife. I've noticed a lot of diving knives I've seen have got the pry bar end on it instead of the tip, which is kind of cool. If you got to pry off shells or clams or something off the rocks, I guess that would come in handy. It's a pretty cool knife. I haven't really used it yet. I just got it not too long ago, so I haven't put it through its paces. But I like it so far. And I've got a trauma pack, like a medical kit. Yeah, you never know what might happen. A little first aid kit. I kind of go off of Dave Canterbury's theory of first aid. You can just use the stuff you have on you if you have to. But I have it, so I may as well keep it with me, just in case. You never know. I might be with somebody that gets hurt, and they might need something. And I'm not going to use my cotton bandana for somebody else. I use that med kit before I ruin one of my other things. So here's this pocket. Alright, and in this pocket I've got one of those shamags, a shamag thing. That comes in handy. It's cotton material. Comes in handy for a scarf. You can wrap it around your neck, keep the heat off, absorb sweat, whatever. Comes in pretty handy. And this morning, or this afternoon before I left my house, it's stuck on something here. No, it's stuck on the zipper. Got my military rain poncho. As always, here's a cover element. Got the poncho, just in case I needed it. Originally, I was planning on going out today at that one site that I mentioned earlier and setting that up for some shade. Maybe make a day of it. But once I got there, I wasn't feeling it, basically. So that, and I couldn't find the geocache I was looking for, so I didn't stick around. And in here I've got a flashlight. This is just something that I just happen to keep. This pack here is pretty much stocked all the time. I guess you can call it kind of like a bug out bag, but it's not fully. I don't keep it fully stocked for bugging out purposes. I just use it on day walks. I keep random stuff in it. Usually I don't carry this much with me because I only go out for a couple hours at a time. I don't go out overnight or nothing as of yet, so I don't really need to carry a whole bunch of stuff with me. I just grabbed this stuff today because I was planning on trying to use it. See, in this pocket I've got a notepad Right in the Rain notepad. Those things are great, especially when you're out of doors. There's a lighter. I got lighters everywhere. There's some batteries. Pair of gloves. Come in handy sometimes. What else do I got in here? It's another notepad. Another Right in the Rain notepad. It's the same as this. It's just inside the cover with a, I think that's a Fisher Space pen. No, that's the pen that came with the Right in the Rain pad. So it's a Right in the Rain pen. It's supposed to write in any condition, weather, what have you. So that's that for this pocket. And that's that for that pocket. Got one of my old dog tags from the Marines. I keep in there for, I don't know, sentimental purposes, I guess. I don't really need it. So let's see. I'm gonna do this shit with one hand. Utilize our resources. All right. So in here, I've got a top packet in here. Like I said, this is classified as a medical bag, so it's got, you know, all kinds of separations in here for medical supplies, and so it's got lots of pockets. There's a bag of, need a tripod, better camera. It's a bag of soup I was going to try today, if I did stay out long enough. Tofu miso soup. I usually don't like tofu, but the little store I stopped in today didn't have a whole lot of choice. So they either had gravies or this. So I figured I'd give it a try. Normally I do like miso soup, so tofu and miso soup can't be all that bad, even though there's no meat in it. I am a meat eater. And I got some extra Ziploc bags that I usually carry with me at all times. And this pocket down here, I think, some more Ziploc bags. Never know when I'm going to need those. I think that's it for this pocket. So, something else I threw in today, for today only really, was my Pathfinder stainless steel bottle and whatever. I'll get into that in a minute. Like I said, I was gonna try using some of that stuff today. This is a bottle of water with Mio in it. It's got that Mio energy drink. Pretty good. That Mio turns out to be not bad at all. Better than plain old water. I'm not much of a water drinker. This is a pouch I got that I use for my iPhone or for my MP3 player. I've got a charger thing in here. I can use that for charging up my phone if I need it. And inside here is just a little solar thingy with some headphones and whatever. Stuff I use occasionally if I have to charge up my phone when I'm out on one of my walks. So there's that. And got a Gerber machete. I was using this some today. Discovered that it needs sharpening. I forget exactly what it's called. So Gerber, it's like a mini machete. Got the saw blade on the back. That actually works pretty good. The blade is getting dull. I've been using it, so it needs to be sharpened. And I never took off that sticker. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like taking it off. So, but it seems to be pretty useful so far. It just needs to be sharpened a bit. The saw blade works decent. So there's that. And one of my favorite knives, I've had this for a long time. This is a Spec Plus Air Force knife. So there's the blade. It's got the little saw back on it. You can read it. Ontario, USA. Spec Plus Air Force. So, unfortunately for me, I bought all my knives before I started watching these videos about camping and bushcraft and whatnot. So I would just buy knives that I thought were that were cool looking. I don't know if this is full tang or not. So now that I know more about what kind of knives to buy, I can buy different ones. But you know, all the knives I have currently, I bought before I knew the right kind of knives to buy. So I'm just gonna use what I got. Use what I have for now, see how they work. Maybe I can break one. Maybe I can break it doing some real work on it. And then I'll have to get a new knife. Here's a little fire starter. I got the little magnesium block with the thing. It throws pretty good sparks. I haven't used it to start a fire yet, but all in due time. So there's that. And in here, that's my CamelBak. That's where the water is stored. If you come back here on this bag, here's the tube that comes out. It goes into that little thingy right there. It's got the tube that I have running through here through a carabiner. Little light thing. And you come here, unzip the top of this. This is where the bladder is stored in here. 100-liter bladder or 100-ounce bladder. And keep the water. Oh, I don't have ample water supply like some people do. I have to take my water with me. The only water we have around here is ocean water. Unless you go to a store and buy it. So I believe that's pretty much it. Got that pocket, those, this, that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all I took with me today. It's about 30 pounds. I'm not used to hiking anymore with weight. I was only out for about 2 hours. I was exhausted. I was soaked in sweat. Definitely not hydrated like I should be. It's my own fault. But that's about it. Like I said, most of this stuff I don't always take with me because I only go out for a couple of hours. Usually I've only got water and some of the stuff I always have in this pack, like the cordage and the inner tubes. Maybe a couple of batteries, gloves, and a notepad. But some of this other stuff I only put in there today because I was planning on using it. So let's move over to this. This is that Pathfinder skull stainless steel bottle. I found one of these I thought was cool. It is a Cricket. What is that? Colorado River knife tool? Something? I forget what that stands for, but a Cricket. It's a little spoon. It's got a bottle opener, some little wrench sizes on it, screwdriver or pry bar, little spork on the end of it, titanium, I'm pretty sure it was. Haven't used that yet, but it was I thought it was pretty cool. It was only a few bucks, so I figured I'd give it a try. On the outside, I've just got a compass, military style compass in here. And I always liked the military compasses. They're easy to use, I suppose, as long as you know how to use them. So, you got your pouch in here. Hold on. I'm trying to do this with one hand. My other camera, I found out, it's not working very good. And I don't have a tripod for it anyway, so the tripod I do have doesn't seem to work that great. So I need to get a new one. Here's the bottle, stainless steel cup, and inside this one, I just happen to have you've seen it before. The stainless steel cup with the butterfly handle. Got the little stove that came with it. It came with the bottle. This is something I found at the store. I think it was like 98 cents. It's one of those little heater things, candle lamps. I figured I'd give it a try someday. Like I said, it was less than $1. So, and it fits darn near perfect inside there. I fit that in there and the stove ring. Inside the bottle, I think I've got a spoon. Oh, it's that thing, yeah. Got the little bottle hanger, or the fish mouth spreader, whatever you want to call it. And that's one of the bandanas. I have a bandana stuck in there. Oh! Get this sealed up again. Oh. And in this pocket, I thought it was pretty cool that this kit came with the pouch. I might end up not using the pouch. I'll just stick it somehow in the bag to reduce some weight. But in here we've got other stuff like the spork, little plastic spoon fork thing. And that's pretty cool. It's all in one piece instead of having two separate things. There's some fire starters that came with the kit. There's a little magnifying glass that came with it, a little 5 power I guess, or maybe 6 power magnifying glass inside there. Start fire with. Another bandana. Another notepad. Paper. Just whatever you can use with paper or whatever. It's nice to have. Piece of stove. I guess you can stick that on top of the other stove and cook stuff. What else is in here? I think that's it. Got the sail needle. I stuck that in there. Nowhere better to put it just yet. If I get somewhere else to put it, I'll put it in there eventually. And that's about it. But that stuff. So that's what I had with me today. I was going to try to use a bunch of it. Like I said before, I just wasn't very comfortable with the spot. It wasn't secluded enough, I guess, because that is a popular spot for people to go and mess around. Bunch of trash everywhere and whatever. So that's what I had with me today. One of these days I'll get a video started where I can actually use this stuff, hopefully with a better camera. Right now I'm using the iPhone. It works, but it's not ideal. So that was it. Hopefully it was entertaining for you. Some useful information. Well, not really information, but some ideas, maybe. Useful ideas for people. And thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. And keep an eye out for some new videos. This is my first YouTube video, or not my very first, but it's one of my first ones, so I'm still a newbie as far as making these videos go. So I know my title's Lifted Off-Road. When I get my truck back and get my Jeep back in the States, I'll start doing off-road videos. But for now, I just got to do the hiking, walking, whatever, outdoor kind of videos maybe, or outdoor related videos, because right now I'm not outside. So we'll see. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Have a good day. Bye.